Hello, everybody. Xinthar here again. Going to be playing some Sunless Sea today. Once I get the sound going on it. Ah, there we go. For anybody who doesn't know, this is quite an older game, based around the Fallen London universe, where a cloud of bats has abducted London and dragged it into the UnterZee. We're going to be starting fresh, and we're just going to sail around and see what happens, basically. I do have the Submariner expansion installed. I might get to it eventually. It does take quite a long time to get to Submariner because you have to go and find specific parts and the like. I suppose we should go ahead and start up with choosing a past. We now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Let's see, what background do we want to choose? We've got a street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to the sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. The last big score was enough to buy a ship. Or a poet, educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had rich patron, it seems. Veteran of the campaign of 68. You fought the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. An ordained priest. You fell from grace. There is nothing left to show for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at sea you can overcome your appetites. And a natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies. And now they take you out to Z. Let's go with this street urchin. You now have street urchin. You're a Z captain. Your stranger quality has gone. Welcome to the world. Got 10 echoes for 60 echoes. Gave us a commander as well. Longshanks gunner. 25 veils for a new total of 50. And someone is looking for passage. Alrighty. Now, what's our ambition? Ooh. Immortality. I think that because we're starting out fresh one, we might just go with wealth to begin with, because it's a pretty reasonable thing. Good morning, Chaotic Hammer. UnterZee is full of riches, death, and darkness too, but it's worth the gamble. To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion, and retire. Quality is now retire a life of luxury. Excuse me, I seem to have a bit of a frog in my throat. Let's just go with Captain as our form of address. I always quite like this portrait. And we shall just be called as Xinthar. There we go. You don't really need the tutorial. I have played this game before, but it has been a while. Let's go ahead and look for things in London. The Admiralty Survey Office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. Let's see, ask if there's anything in particular they need. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. Retrieve strategic information from Guider's Morn in the Corsair Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Talday. Okay, so we've got a quest now. We're going to go and grab some information from Guided Morn. I don't really have anything for the university. We don't need to lower our fear. How much crew do we have? The 8 of 10. That's good enough. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. Navigrant will be paid taken north to Venderbite. Okay, we've got a tomb colonist. Nice. Doesn't look like we've got any new recruits or anything. Alright. What have we got now? Hold, a tomb colonist. Supplies, fuel. Might want to take on some extra supplies though. Officers, we've got our gunnery officer and our mascot, the comatose ferret. Play with our ferret. Attract its attention. A weary roll of the eye. Play, that eye roll says. Play. I played once, in the happy warrens of London, before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent eye roll. We've got a passenger. Agree to carry the Gnomic Gallivant to the Cumean Canal or the Iron and Misery Funging Station, or both. History is a horse. Who will prick it with their spurs? He cries to no one particular. A drop of blood may be as precious as ruby. So we can either go to the Cumean Canal and the Iron and Misery Funging Station. Alright. Let's go pick up some extra supplies. Not too much, we've only got 60 to work with. Yes, the sequel to Fallen London, and the precursor to Sunless Skies. There's also a new one coming out apparently called Mask of the Rose. I think that's just like a dating sim or something. You can also sell our advice for captains for 50 echoes, which would be a good little bargain to have there. And I don't need it. I probably do need it, but I'm not going to admit that, so I'm going to sell it. Prisoner honey, sack of dark drop coffee beans, all very expensive. Caminus Yaz, they've got a whole bunch of fancy stuff. Multitude's House of Vision. Alrighty. Let's make for Bendbite. Yes, but the coffee is so expensive right now, though. We will get coffee soon. Ah, yes, Hunter's Keep. Pull in here for docks. No, 100% chance of success. Yes, I think we will spy on the house. It's a good experience. You peer through the half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, with the piano music falters and stops, we will go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! If we don't speak of it, she frowns. She's seen you at the window. Withdraw. 40 fragments, and we know something of Hunter's Keep. And I exceeded in the Veils challenge. I'll do a quick recon of the island. A port report of Hunter's Keep, nice. And we'll go and say hello. A maid with a smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries, the next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare and very welcome. I am Xinthar. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Now we can eat some lunch. Who should we luncheon with? Let's go with Phoebe. Phoebe has a story to tell of 2 lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks as if the song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight on the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore, the UnterZee shimmering below. Islands like the mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. So we've gained 1 supplies, we've lost 20 hunger for a new total of 0. Nothing there, but we have gained Gods of the Zee Storm's attention. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty much all there is to do here. We got the port report we needed, so we can sail on. Yep, here we go. A pirate steam pinnace. Combat is a bit funny in this game in that the AI sometimes is fairly bane dead. As long as I stay in his rear arc, he can't actually attack me. Blades in the Dark is an excellent game, Lictor. I really enjoyed that one. I've only played 1 campaign and it was quite short, but I enjoyed it a lot. You've destroyed a pirate steam pinnace. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle. Ooh, a cache of curiosities. A stout crate. Now we've gained 2 supplies. Pretty good. Ah, you've brought this to King Immigrant North. Now what? The tomb passenger yanks off her bandages. She looks remarkably healthy for a tomb colonist. I'm not as dead as I look, she confesses, and I won't get ashore without your help. Yes, the constables are looking for me back home. Is that a problem? Or we could make no promises of discretion. Keep your nose clean. You'll drop her off at the dock as you promised, but after that, it's her problem. Well, I mean, I was a street urchin who used to steal, so who am I to say what's right or wrong in these situations? No, 200 echoes is pretty good, though. And one new veil. I have Menace's suspicion, though, but that's okay. They're pretty easy to get rid of. The Tomb Colony of Vendabite. Don't have that yet. What do we need for that? We need... the ship is capable of submarine travel. Okay. Same with this one. Yep. Dusty glass of wine. Don't need it. We're not that bad. Well, let's go and explore Vendabite. We'll get a port report. The little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are deep red. Just this side of scarlet, a ruby-tinted window at the back glows with steady light. An electric lamp behind the glass, rare and expensive, but this is no gaslight. No one is here, yet they have this sensation that only a moment ago someone must have been. You can search the place, leave, or make an offering. Drop a coin into the empty offering box and pray to the power of this place, whoever it might be. Ooh, 49% chance. Let's see. There is an altar, a block of basalt. There are pews, pulpit, no Bibles, no hymn book. The stained glass windows is the red of the cochineal. An inscription lintel adores, for I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. That is all. Your crew are eager to leave. No one looks back. Succeeded. 20 fragments, 1 terror. And that's it. Interesting. Well, we can gather some gossip. Maybe we'll just quickly visit the first curator. Sea captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonists. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumples on a couch. Lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of bees. Not the bees. Sorry about that. We can listen to a whispered request. 7 colors. Z Captain, silkskin. Not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. Cosmogene, Irigo, Pelagian. Steward has list. Find them here and there across the wide Black Sea. One hears the names whispered here and there in the arcades of Vendabite. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we need something else, somewhere to end. Yeah, I'll take his commission. There's no time limit or anything with these ones, so we can just do it at our whim. You now have one of the Neath bow. Sorry, let's read that. It collapses, rustling back on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor, rather. What have we got? Aposian, Cosmogone, Gant, Irigo, Pelican, Violant, Viric. Okay. So how are we looking on supplies? We've still got 7 fuel. Buy some fuel. We got enough money. We may as well stock up on fuel, and we're good on supplies. If I remember correctly, 10 fuel's pretty good. Might just go up more. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. We can send our bat out to see what's at sea. No islands. Ooh, a bat swarm. There's an odd shutter. May as well keep him. So we need to locate Guider's Mole, because that's where we have a mission from the Admiralty. We pull up our map here. Tanachuk. We're just going to keep going in this general direction here. Of course, the beginning ship is quite terrible, as they always are. Terra's being pretty good at the moment, but I don't think I can turn off the light just yet. Oop. Got an enemy ship. See what I mean, though? You can just get right behind them and then they can do nothing about it. Oop, too soon. You'll take whatever you've got, thank you. Stout crates, and we've gained 3 supplies for a new total of 12. Wonderful. I mean, just in general, quite brain dead. Like, they won't try to alter their speed or anything against you. we found Guider's Morn. Excellent. Guider's, Guider's Morn is a stalagmite, vast as a crag, and his foot has no safe harbors. The Morn is... okay, yes. Corsair's Citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to the stanchions. Higher and higher. Now the UnterZee shimmers like glass below. Children clambering into crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in the cradle next to the red-bowed pirate cutter. So we can go for an evening at the Arrant Limpet, a drinking den by the dock cradles, and a good place for your crew to find companionship, let off steam. Although Guider's Morn is Freeport, the Corsairs prefer their own and look askance at respectable Londoners. Ah, this is obviously what we want. Strategic information. The Admiral sent you. Price has gone up. Not safe here. You'll pay the difference, won't you? Oh well. You're a generous soul. You'll have your reward other side of the river one day. And here's a little reward for now. Good sailing to ye. The report is barely legible. Perhaps the part of the code. The Admiralty will know. Completed the commission. Very good. We can explore them on. Ooh. Who'll try, who'll buy. The street vendor turns skewers on a grill that makes sense and nothing like anything sold in London. Try the grilled troglodyte prawns. Huge and pale, their eyes stare bleakly into yours, but they smell fresh. Try the shredded jellyfish. It's not to everyone's taste. Try something mysterious. What exactly is Tyrant's Treat? The vendor is vague. It looks something like a charred stick, dripping with bluish fluid. Do you have anything more robust? I think that's if you're a cannibal. Yup, cannibalism. Well, let's try the troglodyte prawns. Tangy and toothsome, walk on, chewing cheerfully. Okay, lost 5 hunger, new total 11, replete. Over here, rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates, pirates fear the poet. Eyes, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clay man who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's personal muse of the king with the 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she's Zales on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alcaeus-class vessel. Whatever the truth, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest captains risk the lonely parts of the sea, where her flag is said to fly. Interesting. We could try to gather some intelligence as well. 61% isn't terrible. Unusual activity. The whisper that the Carnate Trimaran resupplied here last week under a flag of careful truce. That implies something interesting about Carnate fleet movements. The Admiralty would love to know. Okay. Got 2 strategic information on Guider's Morn. And a report. Very nice. Hello, Blue Gentleman. How are you? Okay. Well, that's pretty much all we had to do here. We might be able to pick up some more fuel, though. Pick up 2 more fuel, I think. Let's go south. Southish, I guess. Start trying to find more landmarks. One of the best things to do, I think, at the start is to locate the salt lines and carry saltstone to London. I'm not sure if I've really got the hold space for it, but we'll find out. Ho ho. A pirate frigate. I must say, in Sunless Skies, they definitely fixed this sort of combat, where you can't just get behind them and take them out with a few well-placed shots. I do wish that you could take over these ships, like if you have enough crew, you could just pick one up and use it, but what do you do? 2 supplies, 3 new fuel. Oh, 1 new fuel, sorry. Ooh, some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. Oh, Firkin Prisoner's Honey. That's pretty cool. That sells for a lot, I think. Can't remember off top of my head. Alright, let's continue heading south. I think that the human enemies in this game are actually the least terrifying. The most terrifying thing tends to be the creatures beneath. Even a jellyfish will give you a real nasty run for your money in this game. The sluggish wave. The ship pitches. Send out the bat, see what we can find. Oh, a light ship. So light ships let you dock at them and pick up fuel and some supplies if you're running low. They're quite rare, but they also charge out the nose. It's ridiculous. I haven't really found anything. Kind of entered a weird dark zone there. We've got plenty of fuel and we've got plenty of food and the like, so we can just keep on sailing. Victorian city landscapes are quite interesting. They're generally quite claustrophobic with all the houses packed together. If you want to throw in some arcane symbols like alchemical symbols on the buildings and the like, always adds that mythic feel to those sorts of things, in my opinion. Ah, the Bonny Reefs. Some distance to the southwest. Aha! An Alcaeus-class corvette. Something like a certain pirate we know might use. Well, that's just unfortunate for you. Oh, what happened here? A chunk of grit baked into your ship's biscuit, and you crack a tooth and curse. Your crew chuckle, but when the object turns out to be a diamond, a small, badly flawed, but a diamond nevertheless, they all hush. Diamonds are a sacred stone, one says. Give it to the Z Captain. It'll be luck for us. Hang on to it. You're not going to throw a diamond to the sea, appease some nameless god of Zayla's superstitions. Do the careful thing. Ooh, okay. Wonder. Let's throw it into the ocean. A crappy diamond is of no use to us. Do the careful thing. Zaylas pray to stone, and when they want home, hearth, and healing, she's the kind of god you want on your side. A flash in the darkness. The diamond glimps once as it reaches the apex of its arc. Down, down, and a wave reaches up to take it. Okay, so now I have stone and storm's attention. And I've lost 5 terror. That's pretty good. Back to killing this Alcaeus class steamer. Oh, corvette. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're tricksy now. Well, there we go. Got him. Investigate the wreckage. You'll have to be quick to salvage anything. If you steer closer, shine the lamp on the debris. Captain, quick, over the port side. It's the pirate poet. Hey, Tim the Grim. How's it going? You can either rescue her or salvage the cargo. Well, I mean... Oh, 400 echo now. That's what I'm talking about. It's taken 3 crew to pull the pirate pro from the Zeke's clutches. Plus the other mutter about bringing an unfinished man and unfinished woman aboard the ship. She just smirks. She carries little on her but the verses of poetry tattooed over every visible inch, and an old sword, almost as chipped as she is. Fortunately, her salvaged possessions also include the jangling money purse on her belt, fat and ready to pay you the traditional freedom price on her current bounty. As much as the crew could subdue her, all are relieved once he is aboard a lifeboat, rowing away through the darkness toward Guider's Morn. There you go. You have defeated the pirate poet, and I've gained 400 echoes. Nice. Let's see. Demio Island is off to the... right there. Ah, and this is one of the places we were going to take our friend. The Iron and Misery co-funging station. Blue lightning crawl leisurely up the funnel. Erasmus dancing. Cry goes up. Well, as much as I'd love to fight that steam pinnace, you should come here and dock first. The Iron and Misery Company funging station. I&M has a funger operation here, selling giant bulgus shrooms for building materials, harvesting Kirali for its medicinal properties, in inverted commas, so you know that totally means crack. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd quite gone mad out here otherwise. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? Stand at the right place at the right time for the Gnomic Gallivant. I don't like comedians. I am a very serious man. But we agree on one thing, timing. That's why I'm breaking into the Factor's home and why I need you to distract him until I found special itinerary. Okay. Stand in the right place. Just so happens that you bump into the Factor on his walk home. What a happy coincidence. You couldn't possibly manage this entire picnic basket by yourself. Overjoyed to have company, he joins you on a bench for the next hour. Merrily eating sandwiches, you take your leave once you have seen the Gallivant pass by. Oh, yes. Get out of here, bot. Be gone. And let me just throw a quick report on that guy as well. Spamming chat. There we go. You see, like most things, combatinate, you actually just have to work at it. And who wants famous anyway? Anyway, back to the game. A pleasant distraction. It just so... Back on your deck, the Gallivant laughs jovially. His rubies wink in the light. Iron and Misery was sending a representative to the contest in Port Cecil. There's a full itinerary for all the events, tailored for every attendee. They have dictators move mapped. Okay. We've done something there. Yes. Account stolen, password removed, various other horrible things. Let's explore the island, see if we can get a port record. Close crowded thickets of bulgus and skirily. The Iron and Misery Company fells them daily, but they grow back almost as fast. The interior of the island is dark and wild. Ooh. So, this was an empty cliff above the bleak waves. Now it blazes with color. Striped tents, colored flames, the music of pianola and kettle drum. Mustachioed women and languorous men play chess, carve bones, eat cats, and polish their terrifying brass weapons. These are Iron Republic privateers, pirates whose practices contravene the very laws of nature. So we could attack them 50-50. Or we could creep close to eardrop. Let's try to eavesdrop. Aha! Success! They are speaking of raid on Khan's glory, from which they stole pieces of prayer. Of a boast that a rival band made about stealing the Empress's wedding dress, of a sort of spiced meat which fills the heart with love. Almost coherently of privateers' lairs on the western wall, of passwords in use, of brass embassy protocols, of tuning techniques for drawing lost souls close. Buzzing rises in your brain as you listen until your eyes become unfocused, your tongue feels thick and heavy. You creep away before anything worse can happen. But this is an odd and useful miscellany of facts. There you go. So gain 70 fragments for a new total of 190 and 1 terra. I see. Alright. Yes, my plucky captain. Do they have any shops? We could always buy more fuel. It's actually at a reasonable price. Let's fill back up to 10. And then we can sail our way off. See, the cursed idea is my plucky captain with waifus. The water is sluggish. Oh, what have we got? The UnterZee. What is the UnterZee? I've forgotten about this. It's been a while since I played it. Oh dear. Okay. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious visualers scratch a living here amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z full of monsters. We can search atop the shroom. Fibrous huts, spore fogs, that endless damp purple smell. Is there anything else? You can visit the village. Hospitable, not exactly, but they usually don't chase you off with sticks. They usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. Honey, a shroomer explains. Everyone wants honey. Life on the UnterZee is unvarying and occasionally deadly poisonous. The shroomers are desperate for the diversion the prisoner's honey can bring, but vague about what they can pay in return. Supplies, though, at least. We can give them some. The shroomers pile up slabs of sweet mauve shroom flesh and nourishing. What? Honey, a shroomer explains. Everyone wants honey. Sorry, I'm reading the top part again. It does taste rather like muddy horse. They also generously throw in a blemigan, a whistling eyeless mobile fungus thing. Problems? Throw it in the sea. Throw it in the sea, she shrugs. Probably it'd swim. If not, plenty of room in the sea. You've gained 1 supplies and 1 docile Blemigan. I have a feeling that's not good. I don't know what that's going to yield me in the end, but some supplies is welcome. Let's go search this shroom top. Something different about this patch of mushroom rind. It's crumbly, friable. You dig into it and rich, aptly smell emerges from beneath. You found a pocket of a different fungus stuff. Pale green and delicious. Your crew scoops it up into buckets. Embedded in it are fruits? Soulless fruit? They grow in swamps far from here. That's a peculiar. We now have 1 extraordinary implication, and I've gained 5 supplies for a total of 16. That's a lot of supplies. And I now have 3 soulless fruit. Let's go visit the village and write a port report. Central contradiction of a shroomer's existence. They hate the Utah shroom, but they do anything to avoid leaving. Monsters. Today they're telling the story of how they came here. It features a shipwreck, a rain of orange jewels, the mother's blessing. There is a great deal about adversity and survival, and wistful hints about their homeland, somewhere to the west. One memory of distant shores. What happens on top of the mushroom the size of Marlborough? Villagers live in shabby but sufficient life. The Utah shroom provides. They're secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. There we go, got a port report. Oh well, off we go. Let's head this direction and see what we can find. Well, Lictor, I wouldn't say no to a plucky Captain Waifu. I think that could be interesting. Well, what's attacking me? A whole lot of nothing, if you ask me. Ooh, that hurts. I'd rather not fight that if I could avoid it. Thank you. The Iron Republic. Factory engines roar like false lines. What do I need? I need 70 Terra. Engage the officer, an irresponsible irrepressible cannoneer. You're looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? No. Terra's pretty good, so I don't need surely. The Parliament of Flies, the Market of Hungers, which is the spires and sigils. Parody of the Bazaar. Today flies fill its arcades. Buzz buzz. Well, let's compile a port report. Sensations of the Republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years that is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now you're washed with nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down, write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it. I've lost 1 heart. Interesting. No, they don't need time of straw, but... Market of Hungers, the Parliament. Market of Hungers. Visit the shops tab. Okay. A House of Pleasures. Dread Surmise. Judgment's Egg. Xinthar. Very interesting. Well, fuel's very cheap here, so let's just stock up on some of that. We can buy some parabola linen. Let's not buy parabola linen. Shipyard? Nope. Nothing of much worth here. Let's wait for him to leave. If they will leave. Good enough, I'll take it. We do need to start heading back towards London. But at the moment it looks like we're going to have to go south. That's a dreadnought. I don't want to fight a dreadnought. Ah, crud. Ah, no, he's going the same way as me. I guess we can only hope that guy despawned or something. Nope, no such luck. We're taking some hits. But they're quite slow on the turning, so I think we can take them. It's going to take a long time. Thanks for the, Oop. Yikes, run. Wielded poorly, thank you for the follow. Got 9 health left. Lose interest, damn you. Oh, we have to return to London. I know, very dishonorable that I ran away, but dear God, they hurt. That's 9 of 75 hull just wiped out. I cannot afford to get into another fight. So the other thing you can do to try and avoid detection is hide in fog banks and also turn off your lamp, but that increases your terror. But I think we've stumbled upon the next location, the Gallivant. Cumian Canal staging area. Yes, don't worry, Lictor, we'll get him. Cumian Canal staging area. Canal ascends through the locks and gates. Shadow turns to the sunlight on the surface. No, we don't have enough fuel to get to the surface. We need 22. That's a lot. We can put this Blemmigan ashore. Fine. We'll gather the information for a port then. A perfunctory report of the Cumian Canal. Let's help this gnomic gallivant an enterprise of dubious legality. As dinner bells sound throughout the port, you carry a ladder to one of the long-moored, half-legal ship hostels. You prop the ladder to the porthole of what the gallivant assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He ascends swiftly, leaving you to carry the ladder away. Half an hour later, the gallivant is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs. I have seen the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. Ready to visit the chess tournament in Port Cecil. The gnomic gallivant knows his target's face. Interesting. Let's pick up some surface gossip. Ah, vision of the surface. That would be prime spot for a pub or wine shop, but the interests of Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary half-legal hostelries and long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with suntan surface sailors, stories of Paris, Batavia, lost fires in the final isles. We can purchase some fuel. No repairs, though. Alrighty, off to London we go again. Oh, crab. I think we'll just ride the shoreline for this one. Good morning, Dex. If I had more than 9 health, I would definitely attempt the crab, but I will be destroyed instantly from one of those charges. There was an incident. More than enough. Ah yes, remember Gallipoli. Ah, Quaker's Haven. So I hear there's a hill with a pine on it that needs storming. Quaker's Haven. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs. Before London fell and the waters rushed in, smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. I mean, they do have flares, but they're red, so they're probably not magnesium flares. Guessing they're probably phosphor flares. The awful light, though. Yes, we don't want to beat back the darkness too far, Tex. You'll reveal what's actually up in the ceiling, and nobody wants that. He glances, a wandering parson, he glances nervously back at the cock and magpie. But his handshake is strong. That's locked because I don't have the Submariner unlocked yet. We could go for drinks at the Cock and Magpie. There's only one public house on the island. The Cock and Magpie is famed for its local saddler and, of course, the Z food. Ah, yes, Delta Green Doctrine 101. Poke it with the boomstick. We can explore the shore, wander a little way along the shore, pick up a wretched mog. I am partial to cats. Or we could put a Blemmingen. Let's put the Blemmingen ashore here. Quaker's Haven quality is now 1. Well, let's take a stroll along the shore. Oh. As you prepare to go ashore, your first officer salutes. Captain, 4 of the crew intend to perform a concert on the Z shore. You and I are invited to attend. It'll be good for morale. Perhaps some of them can actually carry a tune. Doubtful. Ignore. You'll not waste your time on this. This will select another exploration option. Or perform. You learn to play harmonica up on the roof of Fallen London. Perhaps you can join in. Well, I don't really need to lower my terror. Yeah, let's go and look. The cook has converted pots into kettle drums. The quartermaster has improvised panpipes. That squint-eyed fellow from the Shepherd's Wash has brought you an actual fiddle. They sit up on the dark beach, lit by torches, on poles, and do 8 folk songs, mischievous music hall number called The Empress Likes Them Quiet, and an odd restless little tune like a caged cat. My own composition, the washman confides. Honestly, they're not very good. They are unrehearsed and uneven, and the presence of something serpentine in the surf puts them off. But those homely sounds are of the deep doorstep. Something about it lifts the heart. Lose some terror, one memory of distant shores, and that's all for now. Alrighty. I think that Crab... I see you, Crab. Well, let's give a quick chat. Dockside stalls are usually good. Got some supplies. Can I get some fuel? I don't really need it. I need it. I'm so liberal with my spending. Well, let's have some drinks at the Cook and Magpie. Lower that terror down a bit more. Alright. Back to London. Get that light off. I cannot risk crib. Well, I must say, I actually can't see shit in that fog. Aha, we made it. I love the song that plays when you come back to Fallen London. Let's get our messages from the Harbour Master. Something has changed. Someone wants to sign on. That's all for now. And the Rose Market bustles on the Rose's Wharf. Who will be there today? Ooh, the specialist surgeon. Let's go turn in our strategic information. 30 echoes. Hunter's Keep. 5 echoes for them. Vendabite. 10 echoes. Lucumian Canal. 5 echoes. Well, that's a bit rude. Your restaurant has been bought by Waffle House. Waffle House has set up a crack den. Your crack den is now available for purchase. Oh, that's 50 echoes for UnterZee. Oh, they gave me fuel for that too. That's nice of them. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Real purpose for this. Some reports shouldn't be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my third best suit. The Admiralty offers modest allowance for the document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day. That's unfortunate. I have to go back to the Admiralty's office, though. Well, we need repairs. There we go. Some Admiralty favor got us some good cheap repairs. Always good to have. And our ship is fully repaired. I'm locked. Let's go to the Rose Market. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. They hope to make a satisfying trade. Ah, I see, because I have nothing actually to sell. Well, let's talk to the Clardery Hare. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she's available for work. I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z. Your talent could be well employed on your vessel. How much did she cost? 30 echoes, let's grab her. Now I've just got to remember how to do officers. Here we are, surgeons. 1 heart, 6 iron. Nice. Oh, yep. Hearts and irons increased. Ahoy, Master Mayhem. Can read the morning paper. You need a study, I'm guessing. Yes. 10 echoes. I don't think there's anything else. Well, let's grab some recent news. Then we can go back and... One thing we should do is upgrade our deck weapon. Let's go see what they've got in Caro's naval surplus. They've got a sea worm. A winnower. Ah, it's a torpedo weapon. A scorpion. Aft weapons. That's pretty good. 15 damage. Torpedo gun. A Cotterell and Hathersage discouragement. A severe disincentive to pursuit. I like that. 500 for that one. Let's find something a bit more reasonable. We shall compel attention. Yep, I'm buying it. Done. Much better. Damage 8 up to 15. A much... Oh, 12, sorry. A much better improvement for that. Well, we probably should have just upgraded our ship, but they're quite expensive. Anywho. See, yes, we can go to the Admiralty Survey Office now. Let's drop off our strategic information. $150 echoes for that. Got 2 of them, so that's 300 echoes for some strategic information. That's pretty good. Don't have any vital intelligence. Let's see. Anything particular? He just wants a retrieve strategic information from the Cumean Canal. Okay, well we can do that. That's quite easy. Quite easy indeed. Okay, let's go and pick up some more. Actually, I think we can sell off that. Yes, we can sell that for 10. Engines are very expensive. Not worth it on this ship. Alright then. Let us go. I believe this time we'll complete this line here, so we're going to head to the west, east, head to the east, and find out what's in this direction. And then we might go down a little bit more. See if we can find any islands. I do want to find the salt mines, because they pay well. And then we can afford to upgrade our ship to something not terrible. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, and then we're going to go looking for the Cumian Canal. Which we've already found, but I mean we need, you know, things. Foxy out here trying to sell NFTs. Just dismiss this. Can save a little bit of fuel by turning off our light. Hopefully that won't come to bite us in the ass. Well, Mad Ducks, we could always spread the light of the world that is Waffle House to others. Spread the light of the world that is Waffle House to others. Sorry, I accidentally unmuted the stream. My bad. I do believe the world does have the Waffle House index here. On a scale of 0 to bat stole my house, Waffle House probably sits around 9. How dare you, sir? I just got this plating repaired. In case of curiosities, what have we got? Ah, parabola linen. Since we're at Iron and Misery, we may as well do a supply run here. Oh, a bandaged funger. One of the funging workers watching your crew and watching Cladry Air especially. What does he want? Whispered confidences. The tomb colonist draws you a little away from the Cladry Air. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. My mother cut my voice, hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to, he wheezes. Didn't work. Operation never completely effective. Need to know my daughters well. Happy finding enough patients, getting enough to eat, and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, he says. Ordinary engineer, not the sort of parent she would want. If you wish to tell her about the encounter, you can do so by speaking with her. Interesting. Sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle. That's weird to say. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses, Irem, the monstrosities of the sea, the lilies, and a little restaurant in Vendabite where they've enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Vendabite, I'd know I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook. But you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of bulgeous frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff I fear it might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat a rather lot of it first. Lost 2 terror, gained 1 supplies. I've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Vendabite. We'll have to visit it then. Let's pick up a little bit more fuel, just because we can. We have plenty of supplies. Away we go. So let's make down for the Iron Republic. I have some unfinished business. Ah, we meet again, unfinished revolutionaries. I'm ready for you this time. And I bought a bigger gun as well. No, no, there won't be any of that reversing you're trying to do. Got him. Investigate the hole. Oh, case of curiosities from you again. And dark drop coffee beans. We got coffee, boys. I have no idea where to sell it. Oh, thank you so much, Mad Ducks. All is right with the world. We have coffee. Now I can go back to the Iron Republic. Which I believe is supposed to be communism or something? I don't know. There you go. Fuel for 8. May as well fill up. Don't have anything to repair my ship, but that's okay. It's not terribly damaged. Still not enough terror. Don't need the irrepressible cannoneer. 35, that's fine. Let's go back to the Parliament of Flies. No, no, nothing really useful here. They will not give it to me. Tittering Artificer's Project. I need 7 Stygian Ivory and 12 Devil Bone Dice. Nearly ready? Yes, yes, nearly ready. I need more. You can have the prototype when it's done. Take it. Kill with it. I want to see what damage it can do. Ammunition will be difficult. It will cost you so much. But the weapon. Oh, the weapon. Forward mounted weapon with unusual characteristics. Oh, I do like that. Oh well, thank you, gentlemen. I must away. I couldn't even write a port report there. Although after what happened to the last one, I don't think it'd be worth it even if I could. To the south we go. We're going to figure out what's in this area. And perhaps pick up a delightful new ship or something? I'm not sure. Let us stick to the coast. I must say, this game is a masterclass of sound design. The music, everything is just great in it. Runeshmi Port. look like a port. I can't even dock here. Ridiculous. Oh. Does it have rear-facing weapons? Well, get settled in, boys. It's going to be a long haul. Nope, that's it. We're done. Ah, got us. Ah, damn. Well, that's our first captain dead. But that's okay. That's most of the fun. We didn't get any legacies out of that. What's this, Lictor? Nice. To be fair, it did wreck me quite badly. Let's see. Let's retain the Clauderiere. Oh, yeah, we'll retain the Clauderiere. It'll start us off with 50. Well, we could try and retain 50% of the money. Give us 150. It's not a terrible start. Starting off with a decent weapon's pretty good, though. Let's go with Rival. And back into the depths we go. Let's see. Let's do campaign of 68 this time. It gives us a shady cook. I think we'll go with wealth again. Just while I'm still trying to remember things. We'll still go with captain. And this time... Yes, quite. And an inspired name. Xinthar 2. Let's adopt a Blemigan. We didn't do it last time. A polite bow. You extend your hand and the Blemigan leaps off its tendrils entwined with your finger. And it chitters quietly, it meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. It is old enough for naval service. You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. I now have one Blemigan Gallivanter. Carry the unsettled salvager to Venderbite. She visits Wolfstack every day in Z-stained rags, begging for passage. No captain will look her in the eye. Okay. He embraces you. I kiss you, Captain, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Venderbite will know where he is. Where she is, rather. And we're bound for Venderbite. Again. Sell that for 50. You know, I never did sell that solus fruit. Hmm. A Maynard-class frigate. Or a Shelterlogue cruiser. Dreadnought, rather. A Shelterlogue. I don't know how to pronounce that. But we have a weapon, I believe. Yes. Yes, and we can sell this old one. The Leadbeater and Stainrod Britomart lensing cannon. Nice. Alrighty. Well, off we go again. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron Misery Company funding station somewhere not far from home waters. Okay. Now, we don't have anything for the Labyrinth of the Tigers. No reason to go to our lodgings except for grabbing some spiteful trumpeter. There we go. I think that's pretty much all we need. Yep, we'll offer passage to a tomb colonist. And there we go. Let's head for Vendobite. One thing we forgot to do was talk to our Longshanks gunner in the last playthrough. Let's talk to our shady cook now.
Flair.
He looks at you directly in the eyes.
Surely.
He repeats it more slowly.
See your lilies.
He licks his lips very slowly. Eventually you have to look away. The Sea of Lilies is somewhere in the east-central UnterZee. Very good. Well, let's jump into Hunter's Keep. Well, we can spy on the house again. Yep, nice. Plus 20 hunger. And now we have the god of sea salt's attention. And let's grab a port. Oh, let's put news out. No, let's reconnoiter the island. There we go. Alright. Back to Vendobite. Ah, fresh meat for the grinder. Whew, there goes half your health. What have you got for me? 2 supplies. Lovely. Your passenger has been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hang back. Chuckling. Thanks, crew. 100% chance of success. An effortless defense. Your tomb colonists have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is. And she hasn't drunk quite so much rum, you'll never know. She salutes you, laughing after you disarm her. Good fight, she opines, and then staggers backwards and falls over the side. Never do find what happened to her, but at least you have rather magnificent cavalry saber and her belongings. We have 1 outlandish artifact, an extra iron, and we gain 2 supplies for a total of 10. But no money this time. That's a bit unfortunate. Find ancient captions to speak to the unsettled salvager. Shouldn't be too hard. What else have they got to do around here but Mulder? Terrible bad luck. An assortment of decrepit Z captains gather around her. compelled by tradition, honor, or boredom. She picks her nails and closes her eyes. When at last she speaks, I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run do. The rest shuffle away as swiftly as they are able to. Only one remains behind. How long were you down there? He asks. 20 minutes, she replies. The captain puts his hands on her shoulder. Seek the house of the keel in Polythrene, he says. But if you can forget her, do. It's possible. He embraces her and departs. Now we're off to Polythrene. We'll do a quick exploration. Ooh, high risk, 30%. Well, let's just picnic. Well, I think that'll cost me a supply, but I got some extras. I lost a crew. Dang. Let's gather that again. So we'll go and grab his. Search for the Neath bow. We'll gather some gossip. Got a port report of Vendabite. I think that's pretty much it. Well, we went south last time. Let's do a northerning run. Ah, some bats. Oh, good. I can't target them. That's just a bug that happens sometimes. There we go, now I can see the bat swarm. Well, off you go then, Mad Ducks. Good to see you hanging out. Grab some more supplies off of them. Nothing like some blood-filled bats. Ah, the Censor's Arch. Is my light off? No. We've discovered Wither. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering question with a question. Here, there are odd sights tucked away. Ah, more intriguing smells. 16%, 32%. Well, let's try this shredded jellyfish. You regret it later. The jellyfish venom numbs your tongue and rolls your stomach. Failed a challenge. Ah, well. Lost 2 hunger, though. We'll gather some intelligence. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? Could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough for implication and supposition to compose a report. I might lose more crew, so I don't really want to. Anything shopworthy? UnterZee stories here and Mutterstolt. Buys Tales of Terror. The figurehead of the Eater of Names. Okay. Why would I sell it then? Confused. Onwards. Ouch. Let's leave it be. Alternatively, can I cheese it? I almost feel bad. I do think that I'm going to have to turn around and return to London now, however, because it looks like I'm going to die otherwise. I'm just really trying to see if I can get anything good off this guy. Come on, gun. I have 1 hunting trophy and 2 outlandish artifacts. Well, that's good. Not sure if it was worth all the damage and fuel I had to waste to attack him, though. I just have to pray I have enough fuel to get back to Venderbite. Well, it's better than a kick to the teeth, I guess, Lictor. The only other place I could is Wither, and Wither requires Tales of Terror. Otherwise, I'd have to spend some time, maybe at Codex. But Codex, I don't think has a store, if I remember correctly. But I think I can make it back on 2 fuel all the way to Venderbite. Especially if I can salvage some of the supplies I have for fuel. Yeah, we'll make it. No, that's fine, Foxy. Ooh, a hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp on the front of the ship is sputtering, arcing, fizzling with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades. It's not a good omen. I don't have any tales of the sea, so a modest challenge it is. Ah! The darkness underneath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. Yeah, we've spent all the money we can. And sell our recent news for 10. Buy 1 more fuel, which will get us back to London, and I guess we can hope for better tidings. That's... no. No. I guess we're just gonna have to go out into the darkness of the UnterZee. See what we can find. See you later, Lictor. Thanks for stopping by. I get very, very lucky, I might be able to see the salt lines. And we get very, very lucky immediately. But I don't think I'll have the money for it. But I can create Zealport reports. Which means I might be able to get some cash. We may have to make for the Kumian Canal in our current condition just to make enough cash. You get funding from the bazaar, it's true. Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets. Most of them are used as garden, statutory, or occult ballast. Most of them, some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? How much do I need for that? I need 200 echoes and 20 units of spare cargo. Okay, so that's going to be difficult to organize. But do they have nothing? Okay, great. Well, we know where they are. That's the important thing. Mega crab. Oh, it's big boy crab. Pirates to the left of me, crabs to the right. Stuck in the middle with you. There's a port. Ah, it's underwater. Well, that was a waste. Thornwell Croft. One of the things that I think that they did do a little bit weird in this one is how quickly you run out of fuel. Oh, I really don't want to fight you, Steam Pinus. Oh, well, no choice. Oof. It'll only take me 2 shots, but it's really hull that I don't have to spare right now. Back in prisoner, honey. Lovely. Such a good game. It really is unforgiving. It's just so harsh on you. Especially because, like, once you run out of fuel, that's it. You can't do anything now. You have essentially nothing. You just have to hope that you get a random event that'll allow you to keep going. Tales of the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers are happy to talk about the local sites. Well, site. True as I stand here. They were sisters from the sisterhood over on Abbey Rock. Came here hunting a renegade who served the god of cold stone. Ran her aground here and called it the god. And the god struck 'em all to pillars of rock. Stand close and quiet and you'll hear him weeping. Compile a port report. We could engage the sigil-ridden navigator if we had any money at all. What about shops? I have nothing. Ugh. It's 20 for fuel here. Super hard mode indeed. Do not want to even consider it. Abbey Rock. 20 echoes for supplies. Well, we have a lot of supplies and not a lot of money. And we can offer a gift with our hunting trophy. Well, let's compile a port report. Sell off 3, I think. Just so that we can maybe, just maybe, get repairs when we get back to London. We do have a gift. The Sisterhood respects 2 things. Unswerving decades of fidelity to wholly secret purpose and the ability to shoot straight. Perhaps you can demonstrate the second. Well, this will reduce terror. We're not overly terrored. That's just recent news. Oh, no, I don't have any recent news, unfortunately. Thought I did. A map, a mask, and a face beneath. Someone died here, far from home, long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A visager by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth a bit. The skull would look good on a mantelpiece. And what's this map? Oh, a revelatory chart. That's pretty good. We can offer the gift. No, we don't need to. What about shops? They've got nothing. Shipyard, nothing. Let's swap out him for our Blemigan. Entertain your Blemigan. You can see the indentation of a porthole in the rim of its cap. It must have been pressing its face to the window again. Is it bored? A vivid imagination. You pull out your second best chart and several pens. The Blemigan squeaks and bounces over, upending an inkpot in its excitement. You are ignored for several hours. When you return, you find it on your pillow, snoring quietly. The map has 3 new islands and a note reading simply, "Here are lions," and a drawing of, well, it looks like a lot more like a vast spider than a lion. Thank goodness there's nothing like that at sea. Yeah. I'm sure nothing bad would come of that. Alright. I think we've done all we can here. A jelly flare. Oh, they hit hard. Yeah, we have a Z story. Yeah, absolutely. This game can, with its stories and characters and all the quest lines you can follow, it really can just make you lose hours. don't really have the fuel to go to Quaker's Haven, but I need port reports for money. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. And we have 60. No, we have enough maybe to purchase. Crib. No crib. It's gonna hurt. Knowledge. Set to work with your knives and acids. It's an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops of one of the deep-sea crab species, but its eye is normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although spark sleeps now and then from your knife. Nice. Let's see. See if we can do that again. Yep. Alright, cool. Now have enough fuel to get home. Barely. Contest of riddles. Dang. Can't really afford this. Need to turn off our light to save fuel. Which of course increases terror, but we can deal with it. Well, I think I might just be following the shoreline. We did need to go to the Cumian Canal, but returning to London is more important, especially with how badly damaged we are. I think once I get back to London, that'll be it for this stream. Damn it, crabs. He's leaving us alone. Forget about it. You weren't even looking at me. What the hell, game? It was just a very rude goddamn crab. I only have 5 crew left too. Jeez. This was brutal. Much prefer the other start as an orphan. I get more money, ironically. Ah, collect my messages from the Harbour Master. We can consider a specialist surgeon, but I doubt I have the money to recruit her at this point. Let's go to the Admiralty. Hunter's Keep, that'll get us 5 echoes. Vendabite, 10 echoes. Wither, 20 echoes, that's pretty good. Well, let's submit the Shepherd Isles as unsubstantiated hearsay. Get us 10 echoes, and we got some new fuel. Heavy Rock, that's 20 echoes. Salt Lines, another 20 echoes. Let's submit this revelatory chart. Thank you. There we go. Now we have some money. Now we have 354 echoes, which means we can go and do the salt lines. Because we know where we are and where they are. Red honey. I wonder if that comes from those carrion bees I've heard so much about. It's just blood, but honey. Now, first things first. Now that we have a few dollars. Oh, a little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what might you call a mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuels and supplies. There's a very fine, very little establishments across the river that must be. This is best read with a Cockney accent, I think, which is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. In public house, where there is no obligations to speak of, my patrons would hope only that you might remember them kindly. And I suppose that if there is an opportunity that should arise for you to return this kindness, then I do not imagine they would refuse. You would refuse your offer. Sure, I'll take free stuff. 10 fuel, 5 supplies. I have a menace of suspicion. Oh, that's fine. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking and expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, he will make you very welcome and give you any safe conduct that you may require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. Well, everybody, I think that's going to do it for me for this fine morning for all of you. If you want to see more, let me know. We can definitely keep this game going. So far, we've only done one captain dead, and we can always see how badly we can make it again. All right, then. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day, night, whatever.